And we are back. Like we never left. Fastest go. Let's go. Genius is developed through the sixth sense. The reality of a sixth sense has been fairly well established. This sixth sense is creative imagination. The faculty of creative imagination is one that the majority of people never use during an entire lifetime, and if used at all, it usually happens by mere accident. A relatively small number of people use with deliberation and purpose of forethought the faculty of creative imagination. Those who use this faculty voluntarily and with understanding of its functions are geniuses. The faculty of creative imagination is the direct link between the finite mind of humans and infinite intelligence. Also called revelations, referred to in the realm of religion, and all discoveries of basic or new principles in the field of invention take place through the faculty of creative imagination. When ideas or concepts flash into one's mind through what is popularly called a hunch, they come from one or more of the following sources. Number one, finite infinite intelligence. Number two, the subconscious mind in which is stored every sense, impression, and thought impulse that ever reached the brain through any of the five senses. Number three, the mind of some other person who has just released the thought or picture of the idea or concept through conscious thought. The other person's subconscious storehouse. Number four, that was number four. There are no other known sources from which inspired ideas or hunches may be received. The creative imagination functions best when the mind is vibrating due to some form of mind stimulation at an exceedingly high rate. That is, when the mind is functioning at a rate of vibration higher than that of ordinary normal thought. When brain action has been stimulated through one or more of the 10 mind stimulants, it has the effect of lifting the individual far above the horizon of ordinary thought and permits them to envision distant scope and quality of thoughts not available on the lower plane, such as that occupied while engaged in solving the problems of business and professional routine. When lifted to this higher level of thought through any form of mind stimulation, the individual occupies relatively the same position as someone who has ascended in a plane, which still on the ground they may see over and beyond the horizon line, which limits their vision. Moreover, while on this higher level of thought, the individual is not hampered or bound by any of those stimuli that circumscribe and limit their vision while wrestling with the problems of gaining the three basic necessities of food, clothing, and shelter. They are in a world of thought in which the ordinary workday thoughts have been as relatively removed as are the hills, valleys, and other limitations of physical vision when rising in an airplane. While on this escalated plane of thought, the creative faculty of the mind is given freedom for action. The way has been cleared for the sixth sense to function. It becomes receptive to ideas that could not reach the individual under any other circumstances. The sixth sense is a faculty that marks the difference between a genius and ordinary individual. The more this faculty is used, the more alert and receptive the creative faculty becomes to vibrations ordinary outside the individual's subconscious mind. And the more the individual relies upon it and makes demands upon it for thought impulses, this faculty can be cultivated and developed only through use. That which is known as one's conscious operates entirely through the faculty of the sixth sense. The great artists, writers, musicians, and poets become great because they acquire the habit of relying upon the still small voice which speaks from within. Through the faculty of creative imagination, it is a fact well known to people who have keen imaginations that their best ideas come through so-called hunches. There is a great operator who does not attain greatness until he closes his eyes and begins to rely entirely upon the faculty of creative imagination. When asked why he closed his eyes just before the climaxes of his oratory, he replied, I do it because then I speak through ideas which come to me from within. One of America's most successful and well-known financiers followed the habit of closing his eyes for 2 or 3 minutes before making a decision. When asked why he did this, he replied, with my eyes closed, I'm able to draw upon a source of super intelligence. Dr. Elmore R. Gates of Chevy Chase, Maryland, created more than 200 useful patents, many of them basic, through the process of cultivating and using the creative faculty. His method is significant to anyone interested in attaining the status of genius, in which category Dr. Gates unquestionably belonged. Dr. Gates was one of the really great, though less publicized scientists of the world. I'm gonna take a pause there. Just to finish out the night, it is that's why I wanted to start early. Well, I guess explain why I'm gonna stop early today, late night, but we'll carry on tomorrow. Something to talk about here is, you know, at least from my perspective, the idea around the sixth sense about creative intelligence, and creative imagination. As I'm reading this, I'm starting to realize that, or something that what came to mind was that there's some people that go through life with creating ideas in their head, or just going day by day, meaning they just kind of go through life mundanely, versus individuals that want to create stuff, that want to get ahead, or want to be creative in their work of art, or even just think of new ways of doing things in their day-to-day or in their work. And I just thought that really came to mind when it's talking about your sixth sense, being able to really creatively and imagine certain things in your life that are happening now, but also in the future. So yeah, peace. See you guys tomorrow.